You probably have a sketch that looks like the one on my screen or this other one. And the common thing about these two is that I have the lines going to a vanishing point, and you call that perspective. These ones are vanishing towards that end. You cannot see the end of the lines, but if you have a mental picture of where these lines are going, you will know that they will meet at some point, and this is what we are looking for when you talk about perspective. The purpose of this video is to show you where the perspective grid is in Adobe Photoshop. And so if you have this sketch, your aim is to get clear lines like these ones that are following a specific path, or clear lines like these ones that are all following a specific path. Let's go right into where the perspective grid is. You go to the family of shapes tool, and then you choose the polygon tool. Now in polygon tool, a few things you want to change is the fill color, because this is the color that you will see for your grid. Let me choose a random green. Another thing you want to change is should be the weight or the thickness. I have mine at 3 pixels. So if you click this gear icon here, you will be able to choose a maximum of 3 pixels. Another thing you want to choose is the star ratio. Make sure it is at 1%. Other things is the number of sides. So you leave yours at 100 because it's the maximum you can get is 100, and this is done for the preset. I'll go back over that. Go to the shapes tool, make sure you're selecting the polygon tool. Come back here to the fill rectangle. Make sure you pick a color that you want to display for your perspective grid. Come to the gear icon, make sure you have a thickness of it's up to you and up to your own canvas, but I advise you pick 3, and then the star ratio at 1%, then the sides at 100%. 100, so that you have 100 lines going in all directions. Once you have that in place, you will only need to click and drag. And once you click and drag, depending with if you have legacy free transform enabled or not, it could squish or get it proportionally by holding down shift. So if I hold down shift, I get a perfect circle. If I don't, I'm able to twist it however way I want. So most of the time with this, you'll have to go all the way beyond your canvas. So you'll have this grid going all the way beyond the canvas, and you'll need to adjust according to the kind of sketch that you made up. I think you are able to see now that I have the grid running through. And what now happens with the grid is that I should be able now to customize it to my to what I prefer. So I prefer mine to be a little stretched so that the lines are not too, the angles are not too sharp. And when I move it over now, you can see that it starts to align with my sketch, and now I can go back in and adjust the sketch to the lines that are being guided here. Another thing you want to do, if you have 2-point perspective like I do, so that I have another vanishing point at the other end, you come to the same polygon and then you duplicate it, Ctrl J, and then move it over. So you can move it over. If you hold down shift, you'll be able to have the 2 points sharing a line or being on the same line, and now you're able to get the lines that go that way and the other lines that go the other way. So this is how simply you get to do your perspective grid, and this grid will guide you from this sketch to this drawing or to that line art. The same one, let me give you the second example. It will guide you from here to there. So you'll have your lines aligning according to your perspective grid. So this is it, all about perspective grid in Adobe Photoshop. Under this channel I talk more about digital art and animation. If you find this content interesting, please subscribe, hit the notification button so you're notified when I upload new content. See you in my next video.